Barbara Platasha, thank you. Well, Professor Kim Whaley is a former assistant US attorney and author of How to Read the Constitution and Why. She joins us now from Maryland. Kim, it's great to have you back again on BBC World News. So what is your biggest single takeaway from the hearings so far about what kind of justice Amy Coney Barrett would be?
I think it's clear that she is a conservative and would pull the court to the right, which is what the president has promised, which is what Lindsey Graham announced in your clip. That is that this is historic to have someone who's blatantly or been very clear about, Roe versus Wade to enough to know how she would rule on that question. And I do think Americans will see rolling back of abortion rights, but it's not just that. We'll see rolling back of access to the polls. That is a potentially more conservative approach to the ability of regular Americans to control the electoral process. That was a big issue yesterday for Amy Klobuchar. It's very, very serious. And of course, what everyone is talking about is the Affordable Care Act, because not only would a vote to hold that unconstitutional and strike the entire thing down be basically undermining a statute, an act of Congress that is legislatively authorized through the people, but it would also, in the midst of a pandemic, mean tens of millions of Americans losing their health insurance. Clearly, she's very smart and very capable, but we will see what the president promised in terms of this particular justice.
And Kim, you're the author of a book on the Constitution. Just briefly, tell us your view of Amy Coney Barrett saying that progressives can also draw their inspiration from the Constitution, not just conservatives.
Yeah, so, I think that this, Laura, sort of this dichotomy between originalists/textualists and progressives or strict or living constitutionalists is really a false one, because as Judge Barrett admitted, that language is ambiguous in the Constitution, and she even said certain provisions like the First Amendment and the Fourth Amendment have general principles that then are updated or basically adapted as life progresses. So in a way, the conservatives and liberals are on the same page when it comes to the fact that the Constitution is vague. So when she says, listen, I, unlike my progressive counterparts, don't bring my ideology and my political views and my personal views into how I decide ambiguous language, that's just not true. That's just not what judging is. And I think that narrative is quite unfortunate. It's something that is caught on in the American populace here.
Kim, thank you so much for joining us. And of course, we'll be back live with that key